Hey, it's AJ, and on today's episode of The Entrepreneurial Mind, I got a really cool story about what to do when things go wrong. So this is a story I heard from an amazing Buddhist monk, Ajahn Brahms, and he tells it in a very beautiful way. I'm going to try to do my best to retell it here with you, using my own style, so hopefully you get the point of the story, because it's a wonderful story. Okay, so once upon a time, there's this king, and this king loves to go hunting. It's his favorite sport. So one day he's out with all his people on the hunt. Now, unfortunately for that day, the king slipped and fell, and he cut his finger open. But luckily, there's a doctor with the party with them. So he calls the doctor over and he says, "Doctor, can you have a look at my finger?" And the doctor takes a look and, wipes a little bit of ointment on it and then puts the bandage on it. And then he goes away. But before he leaves, the king is very anxious to find out if he will be okay. So he calls the doctor back and he says, "Doctor, will my finger be okay?" And the doctor says, "Good, bad, who knows?" And the king's puzzled at his response, but because he's in pain, he let it go. A couple of days later, back at the palace, the king notices that his finger is swelled up, and again he summons the doctor, and the doctor unbandages it, cleans it up, and rebandages it, and it walks away. But again, the king is very anxious, and he wants to know how everything will be. So he asks the doctor, "Doctor, will my finger be okay?" And the doctor says, "Good, bad, who knows?" And he walks off. The king's in pain, so he lets it go again. A week goes by, and now the king is in so much pain, and his finger is now black. And again he summons the doctor, and the doctor looks at him and says, "My dear king, your majesty, unfortunately, we have to amputate. There's nothing else that we can do." So he chops the finger off. And the king is so angry by this, and he says, You're so incompetent. If you did your job correctly in the first time, I would still have my finger. Be gone to the dungeons with you." And so the guards drag the poor doctor down and lock him up. And the king goes down to visit him. And he says, "There you go. This is for your stupidity. What do you think about that?" And the doctor goes, "Good, bad, who knows?" King storms off. A few weeks later, his hand's healed up and he's out doing his favorite sport again, hunting. But this time, the king goes further into the forest and further into the forest and further away, and he actually loses the rest of his party. And he ends up being captured by natives. And as luck would have it, it's sacrifice week. So the natives of this village cannot believe their luck. They have to sacrifice the king. So they string him up, and the beats of the drums start beating louder and louder, and the people are chanting, and all of a sudden, when the person goes to cut the king's neck, the priest yells out, "Stop! We cannot sacrifice this man. He has only got 9 fingers." So they let him go. And the king finds his way back to the palace, and he realizes, because the doctor did what he did, that's why he's still alive today. And he rushes down to the dungeon to release this doctor, and he hugs him and he says, "Doctor, I'm so sorry. All you were trying to do is save my life. And this is the way I treated you. I locked you up. It was such a bad thing for me to do." And the doctor says, "Bad? No, my dear king. It was a good thing that you did. For if you did not, I would be on that hunt with you. And I have got 10 fingers." So this is a beautiful story that reminds you that whenever something doesn't actually go to plan, good, bad, who knows? We don't actually know how things are going to turn out in the end. So what might seem bad right now might be one of the best opportunities that we have. And whenever things go bad in life, it's a great opportunity for growth. But you need to find the courage to sit with that, or as I like to call it, hug the cactus. And it's been a really crazy year for me, and I've hugged so much cactus this year, but it has helped me grow. And for all of you out there, all of us who are trying to challenge the status quo, bring new ideas to life, implement innovation in organizations, or really just make the world a better place, it's not always going to go to plan. And whenever things go not quite to plan, always remember, Good? Bad? Who knows? All right, entrepreneurs, that's me done. Whatever happens in business and in life, I wish you nothing but success. Take care. Hey, it's AJ, and if you like that video, give it a big thumbs up so that it'll help me reach more amazing people like yourself. And check out the other videos on my channel, as there's probably something there that'll help you elevate your thinking. And also, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe.